Hello, my name is Alan, and today I'm facilitating the what is probably the last but one of this series, though we are wondering about an extension. Um, this is a series of Star Wars using the Traveller rules, using the citizen hack of that, with a couple of tweaks that I've thrown in just because I can. Our crew last time entered into a rescue mission. Go back and look at the previous session if you want to know what happened then. All I want to say is that this game is organized as part of the Open Hearth gaming community. If you don't know about the Open Hearth, please do search Open Hearth gaming community and come and find out about us and come play with us. Because certainly I would not be playing with three American friends if I was trying to do this any other way. Open Hearth, check it out. We are playing with the open within the Open Hearth's community guidelines, code of conduct. We're also using some safety tools. Again, I won't bore you with going through those. Go back and look at the early sessions to get an outline of that. But previously on Star Wars Citizens. Previously, I think I'd like to start by asking Nivea just to outline a brief segment where you went to examine a supposed film set, holo set. Can you do that for me
And
soon?
yeah. So this film set, we have already left, right? We're on the ship. Where am I visiting this film set from?
I want you to flash back to
Oh,
previously
okay.
on.
Okay. So previously on, I had visited this film set, and um, this was back in my day whenever I was being interviewed as a hero of the Republic. And so I got to walk behind the scenes. Everything looks really pretty on, in the holovids. But once you step off, you get to see all the wires and all the people that it actually takes to make these things. And I think as I was wandering through, there are different studios and they're organized. We think of them as big warehouses, but in this case, because they're holovids, um, they are almost like pods of rooms that are kind of swapped out. And in this case, I was walking past and there was an open door, and I happened to see one of the soaps that was running with um, some of the more famous stars. I kind of sat there for a little while until an assistant came up and closed the door. And then I made it over to mine,
Okay.
where my interview was happening.
Um, Orux, just tell us about something that happened at the Glow Dome at the premiere. Just give me a
Ooh,
quick snapshot of Cassidy's rescue.
yeah. What we see is Cassidy coming out of the sleek limousine speeder, and then moments later, like a smash cut, the back window explodes from a sniper bullet, and then we do a quick thing where we zoom into Keel, who is there, the sniper that took that shot, and things go crazy, big, exciting music for the combat.
Fine. And then I think my contribution previously on will be Bilga having warmed up the ship, all of you piling up the ramp, um, and just generally kind of getting back on board. And that's when I think in that moment of kind of calm before Nivea rushes to the bridge to get in the air, and Orux rushes to the co-pilot seat to make sure that avionics is up and going. Um, we see Keel fixated as Cassidy turns, and a necklace that no one yet had noticed swings out, and on the end of that necklace is a piece of the Sky Stone that he's been commissioned to recover. And I think that what we see is a moment where he sees it, because our fourth player can't be here at the start of today, so we need to find somewhere for him to go. He grabs that, snatches it from around her neck, and leaps off the loading ramp just as it is closing, and you are lifting off with a shout of, "I'll find you!" And he disappears into the starport shadows uh, Oh, yeah, yes, I made Cyber Bilga. If you're interested in Cyber Bilga, um, and so we have you taking off and going to hyperspace. Now, then we start today with a 24 hours earlier, and we focus on Bilga, who, while the rescue attempt was going on, Bilga has very sensibly been trying to find a cargo for the crew, so that there's some kind of backup. Uh, if this goes horribly wrong, at least they can make something out of the trip.
If we're gonna fly anywhere, we should go with the full hull. That's what I always say. You got
Exactly
if you're
so.
flying anywhere, bring some cargo, make some money.
So let's have you roll a d66. So the first is tens, the second is units, to see
Okay.
what were you able to what was available to buy.
Perfect. Let me open up the. Oh wait,
And
we do the rolling now in the.
in the sheet, yeah, there's just a tick a box, numbers appear. It's like magic.
Oh, I'm back. All right. I'm rolling D66. It's not working for me.
Oh, I'm seeing a 6 and a 3.
Oh, it's just it's showing me error loading data, but maybe I just need to click off of it.
There we go. I'm seeing a 6 and a 3. So now
Perfect. We'll take it. 63.
you might want to follow me through the trade tab.
Of
So I'm
course.
looking for 63 in terms of the type of cargo. 63 is
Oh, good.
illegal drugs.
That's right. Perfect.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Then roll me a 1 dice. One we'll take, if you untick and tick again, we'll take the first number as this. This is the number of of
5.
tons. Yeah.
So 5 tons of illegal drugs.
Yeah. Now, the price for this, in terms of available, is 100,000 per ton. Now, I don't know how much money you have together to scrape together to buy this, but that's the base price. But let's see if you can get a better price than that, Bilga. Yeah.
Okay.
So, determine purchase price. Roll 3 dice on the price table, modified by negotiations and the seller's negotiation skill. Now, I'm going to have the seller have a negotiation skill of 1. Do you have any negotiation, Bilga?
So I wanted to confirm something. Rich, I saw you added the skills from the campaign setup. And
Yes. So you would have negotiation 1. No, he's got
yeah, I'm in a different room. Usually these guys aren't going wild like this. We have all of these skills. We don't just pick one of them.
I think what Rich has done is to preload you with a lot of them and then scatter another couple around that because everybody else has the other skills. Is that right, Rich?
What I did was I looked at the campaign skills for the Starfaring campaign that you had listed, and I added all of them at level 1 as they were listed in your Google chat message to Bilga.
Right.
I colored them yellow so that they could
So we
be
can see them.
easily picked out.
Got it.
Because
I just need to take 2 of those.
But you got all of them.
Oh,
Did I misunderstand?
no, well that total suite is available to the crew.
Right.
Now it makes a lot of sense for Bilga to have the negotiation just because we're about to do a negotiation.
Oh,
yeah.
we divide them up. We don't all get them.
No, you don't all get them.
Oh,
Okay,
I
okay.
very much misunderstood this. Okay.
So it's to make sure that across the crew you have the basic skill
You have it
set.
covered.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I would like to do then is I would like to take the first 2 just straight up avionics and negotiation.
Okay.
Because we saw how bad it was when only one of us has avionics last time.
Yes, exactly so. So I'll take those other ones out of the way. Now,
Okay.
Let's do that and make sure we've got that sorted because these are not additions to, these are a baseline replacement. So you can replace a 0 with a 1 or add a skill at 1 if you do not already have it. So if you have Skullduggery 2, you cannot become Skullduggery 3.
Got it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So avionics and negotiation have gone to Bilga. The other ones available are in the life path. So avionics is gone. Fine, I'll color code that. Avionics and negotiation is gone. which one of you doesn't have piloting?
I did not have piloting, but I believe that Keel also Keel does have piloting at 0,
Okay,
and
so
I did not have piloting.
my question is whether you want to add that piloting to you, Rich, or whether you want to defer it to Keel. I mean, Keel's not here,
Yeah,
but he's
I
got
don't want to
piloting
punish.
0 already.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be piloting. Can we just leave that as
Okay,
quantum
okay,
question to resolve? I'll
okay.
definitely bring it up.
Who doesn't have any driving?
I did
I
not
had
have
driving.
driving.
I had driving, so I'm
So
happily
Nivea,
take
I'm
it.
going to give you driving 1. Okay.
Okay.
So if not piloting, Rich, influence, streetwise, skullduggery, recon.
I had recon. I had streetwise. I did not have influence.
So would you like some influence?
I will take influence, although influence could be useful for Keel. So, how about we, Keel and I will talk about influence and piloting.
Okay. So then I come round again to you, Stephen. That leaves me if piloting and influence are in the Schrodinger's skill box, um, recon, skullduggery, streetwise.
Um, I already have Streetwise, so I could use Recon or Skullduggery.
Which
Rich,
one?
which are better for you?
Well,
Uh,
recon, Orux already
I
has
have
recon.
recon. Yeah, I have recon.
Okay, so why don't I take Recon?
Okay, fine. Um, so what I'm going to do is, can somebody have a look at Keel's character sheet?
Yeah,
I
we're
think
looking at it.
Keel already has skullduggery.
He does not.
Yes.
Oh, he does. Yes, he
He
has a
does,
3. He's
yeah.
very skullduggerish.
Streetwise,
He does have
Yes.
streetwise.
so neither of those make sense for Keel.
Correct.
So it's influence, piloting, skullduggery, streetwise. Do you, Rich, have skullduggery or streetwise?
I have streetwise. I do not have skullduggery. Why don't we give streetwise to Bilga?
Let's give
Uh,
streetwise.
well, I was going to say, I'll. So I already took avionics in negotiation. I'll drop avionics. Keel can have avionics. That makes sense. He's a pilot. His piloting as well. And then yeah, I'll take either skullduggery or streetwise. I'm happy for
Okay,
that.
so which one of those do you have, Rich?
I have streetwise.
So I'm going to give you skullduggery. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
And then what were you going to have instead of avionics,
I'll
Cody?
take streetwise.
Streetwise. There we go. Okay. And that leaves avionics, influence, and piloting to be split 2 for Keel, 1 to Orux.
Yep, and we'll definitely give Keel avionics. I've already
Okay. Right.
colored
So
that yellow, so
okay.
he notices
So and
something
then
different.
you're gonna argue the toss about influence and piloting.
Correct.
Okay, fine. That'll do fine. Okay, so back to trade then. So Bilga has negotiation.
Yes.
The seller has negotiation 1. You have negotiation 1. That is a dice modifier of 0.
Okay, because they offset each other. All right.
Yeah. So now roll 3d6. So you're going to mark it and take the first 2 and then add the first 1 when you remark it. Does that make sense?
Yep. Perfect.
Okay.
All right. I got a 5 and a 6.
Okay. So that's 8.
And for some reason, and a 4.
And a 4.
So
So
5 and 6 is 11.
5 and 6, 11 plus 4, 15.
Yep.
15. You only have to pay 65% of that cost. So the 5 tons, 1 ton is going to cost 65,000 credits.
Awesome.
Yeah. So now we need to look at the crew and go down to see what resources you have available. Now I notice Keel currently has 59,000 in the pot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you're fully in debt. Nivea has about 14,000 and Orux has about 13,000. So for instance, were I to take 10,000 from Orux, leaving with 315, if I was to take 10,000 from Nivea, leaving her with 4,000, and then, so that's 20,000. if I now take 45,000 from Keel, and I look at my trade, that means that there is 65,000 of crew common funds available. I am going to take all of that.
Well, hold on. Hold on now. So because it's illegal drugs, I don't know that everybody wants to get involved in selling this, but is there any way that I can approach a bank and get a small business loan to kick off Bilga Shipping Industries? All I need is a small one-time investment for my first shipping. And I have the negotiation. I brought the price really low. Like I'm gonna buy low and sell really high. There is room for a wise investor to get in on the ground floor of something big.
So I think what I'm hearing here is you want the broker selling you black market illegal drugs to sell them at below price on the promise of a big payout at the end.
That's right. Huge.
Okay. Let's have you roll negotiation again. Let's see how much you can. If this is better than the 65 you got, I will consider the alternatives.
Okay, so I'm just rolling the price or the negotiation.
You're rolling 3 dice plus 1. I'm looking to see whether this is a better roll than last time and what kind of discount they might put in deferred profit later. Okay.
All right. Oh no, I'm rolling bad already. Okay, so I got a 4. 4, and then 3, and then I'm rolling the third die.
Yeah.
Oh my god, 4. I rolled a 2, a 1, and a 1.
Okay, I think the kind of guy leads over and says, "It's an attractive idea, but I think I need to see some track level, my friend. Some track record, my friend. At the moment, you're something of an unknown quantity to me. If this goes well, and I'm sure it will. If this goes well, if this goes well, then I will endeavor to do business with you again. Sorry, I just have to pause for a moment. Pardon me. Let me just pause that. Hang on.
I was about to say.
So, you've bought these drugs at a discount, not as big a discount as Bilga would have liked, but it's as big a discount as he can get on illegal drugs. So you've paid 65k for this. Now, if you look at the trade tab and go down to drugs illegal, yeah, now, hang on a second. The purchase dice modifier for this is Garden World +1. Let me just check. Adarlon is a garden world. So in fact, it only costs you 60,000.
Oh, awesome. Oh, because it pushes the modified roll up. Listen,
it's cheaper to buy.
I'm loving this. I'll tell you that. I love all these charts. Perfect. Yeah, cool.
Desert garden water. So okay, right. So I will put 5,000 back as a couple of thousand off each of you. So I'll make each of you do a contribution of 8,000, 8,000, and we'll give Keel back 1,000, which should still have generated 60k, which is what we need to buy a ton of it. Okay, so a ton of illegals at 60,000. Now, if you go along to the next column, which is the sale dice modifier, this will go best on rich, high population. Yeah. So if you can find a rich world, you will get a dice modifier of +6. Right?
If it's rich and high populated, will that be +12?
It will be +12.
Oh my goodness.
So the question now is, if you go to the Minos cluster,
I'm here.
You will find the trade code column, high population Corlassi, rich Eliad, which is where you need to deliver Cassidy sooner or later. Paskin, no, high population.
It looks like there's no rich and high pop.
Nah, what a shame. What a shame.
So then I'll just plan on we'll plan on offloading this at Eliad since we're getting there anyways.
Okay. Yeah. No, yeah, what a shame. What a shame. So just +6 on the sale. But therefore I think it's screen wipe um to get to Eliad. Now, if I look at the map, Adarlon to Eliad is probably 10 hours to Travnin, another 10 hours to Yelsane, and 19 hours to Eliad. Yeah. So that is 10, 20, 39 hours.
Mhm.
Um, with some break in between, I'm going to say that's 2 days. Yeah, 48 hours of flying.
Okay.
Because some of you took some harm, didn't you, last time? Yeah. So let us check out the personal combat bit on healing, right? So can somebody tell me, was it Nivea took a bit of a hit? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So Nivea, what was the damage? It was to
Let's
Con,
see.
I
I
think.
took 2 to con and 2 to force.
Okay. So force isn't damage. That's going to recover. We'll deal with force in a second.
Okay.
So damage reduces con. If con equals 0, damage applied to strength and agility. Right. Natural healing, physical damage, recover 1d plus con DM points per day. So what's your current con DM?
-1.
So 2d6 minus 1 is the points of con recovered in the first
Okay.
24 hours.
So 2d6 -1 is 6.
6. 2d6 minus 2 is 6. So
Yep.
your con recovers up to 6 points,
And I
which
think
I'm
that gets me back
guessing
up to my max.
exactly so. So 24 hours into this, by the time you've left Yelsane to head to Eliad, you are back up to snuff. Anyone else? Orux, yeah? What's the state of play for Orux?
I got like a living snot knocked out of my control.
Yeah,
It's down to
so
0.
it's down to 0. Okay, and then you took one off strength and one off agility as well, didn't you?
Correct.
So we start by rolling 2d6 with your con modifier of -3 for how much comes back in the first 24 hours.
A 4.
A 4. Okay. So that con goes from 0 to 4. Yeah, which,
Wow, that's a
right. So
huge change.
exactly so. So the first 24 hours, you're back to a modifier of -1. Now, in your case, we may want to get into medical treatment. Yeah. So if you have a look,
Sure.
yeah, so that's natural healing. First aid when a med kit or similar, medicine plus savvy DM. Now, who's got any kind of medical skill? I thought somebody did.
I have medicine 1.
I have
That will do
medicine 0.
nicely.
Yeah,
Okay.
medicine 1 sounds better.
So what you're going to do is you're going to use the med kit, Bilga. You're going to
All
roll
right.
2d6 plus medicine, plus 1. And what's your savvy dice modifier?
You know it's probably 0. Yep, it's 0.
Okay, so this is 2d plus 1. You're aiming for an 8.
Aiming for an 8. That's cool because I'm going to get a 13.
Oh,
I
wow.
got a 12. 12's pretty
Okay.
good.
Okay, so the effect, you needed 8, you got 13. The effect by which you exceeded is 5.
I got a
So,
12. I got it.
oh, you got a 12.
Yeah, sorry, just
Oh, I
12.
see. Okay. So 4 physical points recovered, minimum of 1. Oryx, you get 4 con back because of
Wow. I'm back to
Bilga's.
full.
There you go. There you go. If there are still 3 damage characteristics after first aid, then surgery, but you're not in that position. So con is recovered. You're still a bit down on strength and agility, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So let's do some natural healing on them, shall we?
Sure, let's do natural
So
healing.
so what's your con modifier now?
It is a flat, it's 0.
Okay. So straightforward 2d6 recovered points to strength and agility.
6 is what I rolled.
So that's 1 takes your agility back to normal, another 1 takes your strength back to normal. By the time you land in Eliad, you are back to normal.
Fascinating.
Okay?
Interesting healing system.
Strange but true.
I
So,
kind of dig it.
so here we are at Eliad. Um, Set the scene, Orux, for the Cassidy Bic Kolos reunion that you are facilitating, and who else is there? Is this the entire crew, or is this you? Set the scene for me.
Oh yeah, I imagine Eliad is a pretty posh place, but Bic is not posh. So this would be not maybe we see our ship. Which what did we name our ship again? What did we name our ship?
What did you name your ship? The Twist of
Liberty?
The Twist of Liberty.
Yeah, we see the twist as she first we see this beautiful palatial starport, and the twist comes in and then it flies right past it. And it heads over to a dingy, smoke-filled, hidden behind some mountains so that the rich people don't have to look at it, industrial starport. And that is where the twist settles down and it's a bunch of steam pours out of it, and the gangplank lowers down, and we see Bick waiting around. Maybe he's smoking a death stick. He tosses it away and stamps it out. And I imagine we'll use the like circular hanger where it like landed in, right? So there's a little bit of privacy here. And the gangplank for the twist lowers down, and Cassidy runs down. But of course, father is sick, so this isn't joyous reunion, but it is, hey, I've seen you after a long time, and uh, th- that was not a very pleasant experience for Cassidy, I would imagine. And Oryx lumbers down the gangplank after the two of them have hugged, and I imagine that Nivea, Bilga, not Keel, because he said he'd catch up to us. The two of them are watching. Maybe Nivea's in the cockpit, right? Able to look down from there. Bilga probably ambling around and not telling you what you do, Cody, just framing the scene. And Oryx hangs back, but he's there. He's definitely within earshot. He just wants the two of them to have their reunion before he
Moment.
says.
And there is that kind of elation, and then we see the sadness, and maybe she's crying for joy at getting back, and he's looking sad, and there's that exchange, and they have a big hug, and then he just holds out his arms to you, inviting you to come in for the hug, Oryx.
Oryx steps in slow and gives a quick, not lingering hug. Tried to get her wear the bands on her head, but she took them off.
And he says, I don't know, what she says, that there was some kind of assassination attempt on her and you saved her life.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we all did. Keel was the big man. I just carried her out of there.
Bilga,
Nivea, she was big damn hero.
Divya, do you stay in the bridge or do you come down to join this? And Bilga, you were loitering on the ramp. What do you
Mhm.
do? So let's start with Bilga, then I'll come to Nivea.
Yeah, I think Bilga, you know what? Bilga is like, not, he's kind of, he keeps starting to like, okay, are we going to hurry this up? And then he's like, no, just let it wrap up fast. He's concerned about getting these drugs off the ship and sold. And so he's kind of just like, we need to wrap this up so we can go sell these somewhere. And so he's doing his best to not interfere, but also getting very impatient. He sees them hug and he's just like, oh, right.
Nivea?
So Nivea came down the ramp. I was involved with the Bix, let's get all the Cassidy thing.
Yeah.
So I think it's not as warm of a greeting with Nivea, but it's, kind of a head nod, kind of a handshake or fist bump. Thanks for doing the job. And I think during the 39 hours or 2 days that, while we were traveling here, I kind of took a shine to Cassidy, and filled her in on what was going on. And it seems that you were set up, you were playing in this role, but it was really going to be a loss. They were going to kill everyone involved. So that's kind of what happened, and you need to be careful around this. And we got to be kind of friends. So I
And
give her a big hug.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I think, because of that explanation, she says, and you did addressing to Nivea. Nivea didn't need to do this because she was with the rebellion back in the day, and have you shared with her, Bilga, the fact that there is a watch list of former Imperial um, soldiers and their families? Because Bilga, I think you found that out when you investigated the New Republic database. Do you share that with?
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, I
uh,
would have shared it with them.
yeah, and so I think Bick now knows that. He looks at Orux and says, "Well, look, you need to be careful, buddy. You need to just keep your nose clean because you've gone out on a limb on this for me. Um, but look, we're going to keep our heads down here. Just try to, maybe Cassidy can find a way to leverage her. This what I mean." Who's this Curval woman? I mean, is that a real identity? Can she use that? Um, Clara Curval. Maybe she can make a living here as Clara Curval. I don't know, but we're gonna do. Is there anything I can do for you guys?
Well, maybe, Vic.
There
Maybe.
might be something you could do.
Now we need to just be aware of the state of play on Eliad. Eliad is ruled by a New Republic governor. So there's a ranger base here. There's this is the rebellion hub for its military.
Well, that's
Um,
good. That's good that they're here because we're not going to be here after this.
But it does mean that there is New Republic, customs to be dealt with. So I'm just curious if we then cut to all five of you back on the ship, where you can perhaps explain. I don't know how much you want to explain to Bick, but maybe there is something you can do to help. I don't know.
We just saved his sister's life. Got to be straight up with him. Listen, I'll definitely hear you about keeping my nose clean. And I will after this one deal. We got to recoup. It was very expensive. And
This has
so
been a very
we got-
expensive operation for us. We need to get back into the black, and then from there, smooth sailing. From there, we can afford to take those legitimate offers that come to us.
Okay.
There's the legal recreational drugs. That's what we have here.
They don't
Okay.
hurt nobody.
Yeah, they're perfectly harmless.
Harmless, I think.
Why the New Republic has declared them to be contraband and illegal is beyond any
The
understanding.
New Republic, everyone knows they're bringing in this weird neo-traditional thing going on. They're a little bit old-timey, They're trying to be like, oh, it's like the Republic of old. But it's been 30 years. We know now that these things aren't as bad as they thought.
These
Okay.
drugs, they're legal in 9 systems.
So I think let's go back to trade then, the trade tab, which is finding a black market supplier or broker of illegal goods.
Oh, awesome.
This is going to take you D6 days, and it's going to be a streetwise check with either salve or presence, savvy or presence as the bonus. So where is the best streetwise among the crew right now?
I have one.
Yeah, everyone's
also-
at the same. We all have one.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to be +1. I think probably this, I'm going to devolve this to Orux because Bick can maybe act as a bit of local knowledge. So I'm going to give you a +1 for Bick. Yeah.
Okay. I will take that. So that's 2 mod, right?
That's +2.
One from Streetwise, one from Bick.
From Bick. And it's going to take you. Where's my dice roll a bit gone? There it is.
It looks like it's also +1 for streetwise. It's savvy or presence, and you
It
have
is.
a presence.
It
1,
is.
So
Yeah, so 3.
This process takes you 6 days. You don't have to worry about customs till something leaves the starport. Yeah. So 6 days of trying to find a broker that you think you can trust. So let's have you roll 2d6 +2 plus, in your case, I think presence is the Yeah. So
Yep,
do
that's
your
right.
thing. You're looking for an 8 or better.
Snake eyes. Snake eyes.
No.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
Well,
Orix, you just look like too much of a criminal.
No, it's legal. This is fine. That person's brain didn't melt. It's a lie.
so a total there of 5. Yeah. 5 against is -3. What does that look like as effect? -2 to 5. Failure. You just failed, right? You've spent 6 days, no joy. Now I'm keeping track of these days because there are birthing costs going to kick in.
Of
200 a
course.
day. So,
Wait, who's pregnant?
We are with these drugs and we need to get them out.
so roll me another d.
Push.
Let's try that again, shall we? I'll roll the dice to see how many days this takes. This only takes two more days, so we're at
Perfect.
8
We've
days.
done a lot of groundwork already. Yeah.
8 days. And I mean, does anybody want to try and do some groundwork to get a kind of task chain going here that might ease the way for Oryx's Streetwise? If anybody's got any narrative that I can turn into a mechanic.
So I think Nivea has contacts here on this planet. She's known enough through the rebellion and through the New Republic, just from her history. So she's kind of running interference to make sure that none of those people. She's kind of a little bit of a distraction. Maybe she goes in and tours a security facility or something like that. So they're not going to be looking as much where Orcs is.
Well, I think that I am prepared to have you make a Streetwise roll on your own, and then we'll
Okay.
start a task chain with that, depending on how good it is. Um, I think, you've milked that rebellion connection quite a bit, and you never actually took up the opportunity to be the voice of the rebellion.
Oh no, no. I was a
So,
hero, but not a
yeah, so I
star.
think I'm going to leave this difficulty at 8. So
Hmm.
2d6 plus 1 plus, what do you think? Presence? Because that's what you seem to be pushing.
I think that's right. Yeah.
So there you go. Eight would be a success.
I got a 10.
+2. Okay. So with a +2, that means that you get an extra +2, Bilga, to have the attention off you and a chance to do a little bit of, sorry, Orux, to have a bit of a chance at finding a reasonable buyer. So you have an extra +2, Orux, above the +3 you got last time.
Goodness, I can never fail here. There is no way that I will fail this roll of getting an
If
8 or
I had
better with
said
a
that,
plus
I'd
5
be
mod.
I'd be accused of ruining the role. But you said it.
I've said it. That's a 13.
That's a 13.
Thank
Okay.
goodness.
So you find a possible buyer. Now, let's see how much you can screw it to them. You're going to roll 3d6.
Oh, Lord.
Or who's going to do the negotiation with the buyer? You found them. Who's got the best
I'd love for
negotiation?
someone else to do the negotiation,
Yeah.
just because I want to spread it around.
Is
It's
this
fun.
back to Bilger and his negotiation?
I do have negotiation 1.
Yeah. I'm going to say that the buyer's negotiation is also sitting at 1, so I'm going to make it easy for you.
Okay. All right.
So let's have you roll 3 dice flat.
3 dice
And this
flat.
time you're looking at the sale price.
Okay. And
And you've
we
got
do want it really high.
plus 6 for the rich planet modifier.
That's right. Okay. So it's going to be three dice plus 6.
What can
Okay.
go
I got a 5 and a 6. So right now we're already at 17. We're
17?
doing so well on this job.
You are.
And then 2. So 19.
19. So if we look at the sale price modifier at 19, it's 150%. Yeah. So instead of the 100,000 it's worth a ton, you are getting 150,000 credits for the ton.
Incredible.
Okay. The only challenge is getting it through customs. So you have a buyer, it's all lined up. You just need to get it out of the starport. So how, my friends, do we see that go on? I think this is the point at which Bick has to take a back seat
Sure.
because he cannot be associated with the theft. This, they know where I live here.
I think,
Yeah,
I
of
think,
course.
yeah, I think, now what do we think of this? What if this is this must go pickup only? They have to get it out of customs. Somebody else, like those crooks, they need to do their job. Whether that makes it look like, oh, they're, somebody stole it, fell off a truck, rather than
I
us
mean,
get it out, they take it out.
your buyer is conceivably agreeable to that, but of course that would require them to make some payments.
Well,
So
surely they
so
have enough. I mean,
I'm going to roll a d6, and that will take the price that you get down. Yeah.
interesting. Okay.
So
Well,
four.
before we agree to like
No.
less money,
I just
okay,
want to give you a
okay,
sense of
this
how
is
much
just what
less
they'll
money.
push back. So it's part of negotiation
It's
for how they get
negotiation.
the stuff. Okay.
Yeah. So I rolled a 4, so your 19 becomes 15, which would be 120% rather than 150%.
No, it's just not worth
Which
it.
would
30% is
turn
just not worth it for me.
your 60,000 investment would turn into 120,000.
So let me talk a little bit about. Let me toss another idea out here, which is, what if Nivea tries to go through customs before you're trying to pass this? But we know this is a rich world, which means they're restricted probably on what armor and weapons we can have.
I can tell you that law level on Eliad, all weapons are illegal, and anything above armor protection three or better, is a problem. So everyone's stripped down to robes, really, is what we're at here.
So then I'm going to go through with my hard weave and my blaster carbine rifle, um, and get caught, of course. And
Okay.
while they're busy with that, I mean, if Orux got caught, it would be an issue because you're ex-Imperial. But for me, I'm
Okay.
ex-Rebellion and all of that, so it might just be a slap on the wrist, and maybe I have to pay a fine, and that fine might be small enough that it's okay. What do y'all
Um,
That's
think
not
of
going to be
that?
30,000.
I'm still curious about how that gets a ton of merchandise out of the
Oh,
starport.
security is dealing with me, and then the rest of them have to slip past.
Yeah, it turns out that Eliad, for all these rules, they have Barney Fife, and that's it. Just one person.
Yeah.
And if they're
Yeah,
dealing with
only one
Nivea,
person on
we're
customs
scot
duty.
free.
I like it.
I will give you the option here on a skullduggery at 10 plus.
Ooh.
What does
Because
10 plus
really,
mean? Does that
it
mean you
means
need to roll a 10 or better?
you have to
Okay.
get 10 or better rather than the
Okay.
8 standard. Yeah. Because I think the amount of distraction this causes to the New Republic customs here, given that we have a naval, ranger, and military base here, I think they're quite well resourced, right? So I'm prepared to put this down to a skullduggery at 10 plus if you think that's worth the risk.
Do y'all have a better idea?
I
Rich?
mean, the simple idea is paying the buyer 30K
Yeah.
to just deal with it.
Yeah. We're still making a profit. We're coming out of this looking good, and our hands are clean. I don't know. I kind of want to let them take the problem.
You paid 60,000, they are prepared to pay you 120,000, and they deal with customs. They have
But
ways
to
of
be
doing this.
clear, like mechanically, you're going to have to roll some dice, and it could get foobarred, and we get nothing, right?
No. I've rolled the dice.
Oh, okay. So
I
that will
rolled
happen.
a 4. That's what they're offering. They're saying, look, you bring it to us, 150K. If you want us to take, just take it off the ship and use our channels and influence, and we pay some bribes, blah 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 blah, because we know who to talk to. In a way, frankly, guys, you don't. Then we would still hand over 120K.
So, Bilga, just so you know, I'm willing to spend the night in the clink for 30K, right?
I'll be honest with you. I don't think that's much of a distraction, and I don't think you have enough skullduggery between you to get that 10 plus to be a really good chance. If Keel was here, you might be looking at a different outcome.
Now here's the thing. You can't, Alan. You almost had me sold on the pay for it and it happens. But then he started taunting Steven, and I can't. I live for the thrill. I live for the dice rolls. All or nothing, baby.
Bilga?
No.
Yeah. And then I'm going to come up and Orix says, taps on Bilga's cybernetic chest, his cybernetic arm. You always want to take the hard chances, but you owe a lot of money, and this doubles what we put in. Doubles with no risk.
I think we take the double. I think we take the double. Everybody gets, what they put in back, and then we have a communal pot of like 60,000 to split or whatever. I think that's.
I think
It's
that if this turned into a campaign where you were constantly smuggling stuff and you were developing a range of contacts, then that might be the way to go. But I think 30K, you've doubled your investment. Yeah?
Yep. I'm into
Did
it.
a great job, Bilga. Listen, this is a full success.
Absolutely. So, 120,000. Now, I'm just going to put that on the trade. I'm going to just put 120,000. 120,000.
Okay.
Because it seems to me now that your investment of 60K is gone, but you have made 120,000. You've been here for 8 days. That is 1,600. So I'm going to take off the 120,000 plus odds and bits. I'm going to take 2,000 off there. So 118,000 in your accounts.
Not bad for a day's work.
Not bad.
About 29 days or whatever we said.
So,
exactly.
2 days.
Now,
let's
what can we pick up here?
Exactly so. Exactly so. So who wants to chance their arm at a bit of so this one is finding a legal, if you're interested in legal, 1d6 days, culture check, plus savvy or presence. Anyone got any culture going for them?
I think
What's
I
that?
might actually.
What's culture? I don't know.
I have culture 0. Keel has culture 1.
So it seems to me then that you may want to press your illegal contacts.
I think, listen, this planet, it's, the New Republic's really putting up shop here. There's going to be stuff that needs to get moved out of here before they find it. You know what I mean? We got motivated sellers here, I think. So if we can get them to deliver it to us, we don't got to exit customs. We can fly it out, maybe, huh? What do you think, Orux? Nivea?
What do you think, Neve?
Well, you're saying that we do you think you can find something? Let's see if you can find something.
Can always
Don't know
find
to look. I mean, it will hurt to look if you do look in the wrong place.
So what do we think?
I know it. Tap my metal chest.
So yeah, let's convert imports. Anything? Okay. So let's have you try the trade using Streetwise again. So this is Streetwise plus savvy or presence. So where are you? Who's best at Streetwise, savvy, or presence?
Got Streetwise and presence of 2.
I have Streetwise and presence of 1. So it's just Streetwise plus 1.
I think it's sound. Nivea, that doesn't strike me that
I just have 1.
So Orux, it's clear you are now the ship's broker. So let's get you out on the ground.
Shit.
Talking to the guys who bought your stuff. Let's see if they can find you a cargo, shall we? So Streetwise plus presence. So I think it's plus 2.
Yeah. That's a 6.
Oh, Lowell's here.
Ooh.
A 6. So that takes 5 days. So 13 days in total now. Lowell, sorry if you were sitting in the waiting room. We were engaged in significant negotiations over some illegal drugs.
Some
Uh,
good money making opportunities for everybody. Don't
we
worry about what happened to your credits. I paid you back.
we will fill in a moment once we got this. So you're now another 5 days spent with them. They think, given some effort, they think they could find you some contraband minerals. Because while this is a non-industrial planet, it does export some specialist minerals that are found in the mountain, mined from the mountain ranges. And normally that would require some, it would be expensive to ship off. So minerals is what they think you should be looking for
Yeah,
if you're interested.
I'm
Um,
interested.
but so at this point, I think let's reintroduce Keel. Um, so previously on Lowell, at the point when they were all set to leave Adarlon with the rescued Cassidy and what turned out to be a ton of illegal drugs, which they bought for 60,000 credits, most of which you contributed. Thank you for that. Um, you may remember at the end of last time, there was mention of, I don't care about the girl, what about the stone? And in the last one, we see Cassidy moving, and you see a section of the Sky Stone around her neck. So the reason we explained that you were not here at the start of this session was that you grabbed that from around her neck and leapt off the ship, shouting, "I'll find you!" Yeah. So what I now need to do, as Keel strolls into the starport at Eliad, um, what I want to know is what did you do when you jumped off the ship on Adarlon?
On Adarlon. So
Yeah,
this is not my uh thing. I will spend money to comms to my patron.
yeah. Who is on Adarlon? We know this. So
Okay.
the lady Wixana Barel.
And I will say you should send somebody for me, or you should come here. I will be in the safe zone of the the starport
And I think
because I would like to make a delivery.
yes. Now I'm going to assume that you dropped your sniper rifle on the ship because we know it's illegal.
100%.
Yes, okay. Um, and so I think we see, screen wipe. 2 days earlier, screen wipe. Um, uh, you being escorted through a Darlon spaceport by two very well dressed flunkies of the Lady Wixana, um, and then into a luxurious speeder where she is sitting in a kind of round seat at one side of it and invites you to sit. And the two flunkies get in alongside her. They are clearly both bodyguard and secretaries. So, how does this conversation go, Keel?
I will say, uh, I'm going to give this to you right now to assure you of my good graces and hope that you will take that into account.
Why, Mr. Keel, this is quite a surprise. I was not expecting quite so rapid an addition to my collection.
I will hand her the piece.
Well, well, well. And I think probably based on the size of the piece you saw with her before and the size of this piece, one of the flunkies opens the box with the original piece and takes it out, and she takes it in both hands, and they fit perfectly. There is a third piece missing, but at the point where they meet, you see some light emits, and it locks in place along one of those gold filigreed lines.
I will then spend some time walking through what has occurred, framing it as we knew that she had the stone, and that's why we did all this bullshit. So there are twofold reasons why I'm going to walk through this with her for that. One is to how do I best put this? And let me get the right thing. One is to put her in the know that there's a strong possibilities that Xerxes Nadago, Nadago, however we're going to say that, is tangentially involved just because of the mercs and the bounty hunters that he had on a situation. So she should be aware of that
Hmm.
and take proper precautions regarding that.
I think I would like you to make a skullduggery roll.
Okay.
2D plus skullduggery plus whiz, I think.
Okay. And now I remember that I don't have to have this roller up
You
because we've
don't,
got a roller built in.
because Rich is a genius.
So let's see here. Let me
Boom,
get
he's a
the
genius.
that's a 9 plus 3 is a 12.
Um, there is a significant look passed between her and one of her flunkies when you mention uh, said crime lord. Um, and a sense, maybe, given that we rolled so well, maybe that his interest was partly about her interest.
Yeah.
That maybe
I
you're not the only
right.
person.
I say this is just to tell you if he is another person who has just been hired, that may create some tension between us. Uh, but I have delivered.
You have. Um, and I am prepared to make a goodwill payment in advance of completion um, of 10,000 credits.
That seems more than reasonable. However, perhaps we could cut that down just a hair, and you could do me two favors.
Oh, how can
One,
I help you, Mr. Keel?
one is arrange transport to wherever they're going for me. And two, if you could see about maybe through your connections, maybe scrubbing my name from all of the bullshit that went down.
Um, I can certainly arrange transport.
Okay.
Um, and I will make a transfer of 5,000. Now, I've never kind of got my head around the nature of coinage in the Star Wars universe. Is, what's the equivalent of cold press latinum?
Rich?
Does it exist?
I don't
Cody.
think
There's
Cody.
there's 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 a lot of different things. There's like a ton of different currencies. There's Republic. In the prequels we see Republic dietaries or dataries is another way it's pronounced. There are sometimes like straight up. They look like in Andor. In Andor, there's like pressed. It looks like gold coins almost.
Okay.
So there's tons of different like actually hard currency. There's Moncal Flan, I believe is what it's called in the Mandalorian, which looks
That's
like
right.
they look like big jelly pucks.
Yes.
So there's all sorts of crazy. It's just
Okay.
like where do they take it? Yeah.
Okay. Then I think we see you getting on board a transport keel and just chinking some coins in a bag. I just like the idea of a bag full of
A
flan.
bag
No,
full of flan.
but I think I prefer the idea of pressed coinage because it chinks. Um, and when we'll see you examining that, and there is 5K in there. I'll add it to
I
your
already
fund.
did.
Oh, brilliant.
I have already taken care of that, my friend. Believe me.
Okay. And that 5K, it's in imperials. So it's the imperial currency that was, and that's what's mostly in circulation.
Yeah. No, there's no blood money attached to it. No, it's all good.
And so that is the story that you tell the rest of the crew when you meet on board the Twist um, on Eliad. And I think that's probably where we take our first break. Is till quarter past long enough?
Yeah.
Fine. I'll see you at quarter past. Go. Okay, so back to trying to fill the hole with as much minerals as we can get. So I'm just looking at what that would count as. Um, yeah, I think I'm looking at uncommon raw minerals, 54 on the table. Yeah. But it's going to take you another 6 days to make the D6 days. So who wants to roll me a D6 for how long the deal's going to take?
Cody's good at rolling low, so let's
Yeah.
have you roll a
Dude,
d6.
you'd say that, but I've been rolling like fire today.
Oh,
Rich
have
has been
you?
rolling ones and twos left and right. I've been rolling five, sixes. The reason we listen, our price was so low and our price sold was so high.
much profit. So much profit.
This guy right here, Bilga, is a money-making machine. That said,
I
I think that also
apologize.
means listen, I'm not bitter about it or nothing. That said, I'll also roll it because I bet, days spent. That's money. So I'm gonna roll low now because it'll be more profitable for us to go fast. So I got a 2.
Two.
There we go.
Okay, so 15 days on the planet, and you are going to get 1D times 10 tons of raw, uncommon raw materials. Do you want to? Now, this would be a big number, so I don't know if somebody else will roll 2 dice. Stephen, you do it. Go on.
That is a total of 6, 2 dice.
6. So there's 6 tons available. Uncommon raw materials are worth 20,000 a ton. So 6 20s would be 120,000 if you wanted them all. You currently have 118,000 in resource, pooled resource.
Can I
Unless you
drop?
want to top that up.
I'll drop another 2.
Fine. Fine. So I'll make that up to 120,000. You will make a miscellaneous additional contribution of 2,000.
Yep.
So you've got 6 tons of raw materials. But can you get them at a better price than that? That's the base price. So now we're going to roll. Negotiation is who's the best negotiator again? This will be presence plus negotiation. Who's best placed?
I think
This Orux the broker.
Oh my
I think
goodness.
the best, it's Orux with the +1. The
Well,
+1
you have a
presence.
plus. You have a +1 too, Bilga.
Yeah,
Right,
but
but it's
Orux has
also
got a presence as well.
that's the difference is we all have
Ah.
negotiation 1, but only Orux has presence 1.
So Orux, you're going to be rolling. You would be rolling +2. I'm going to give them a negotiation of 1. So you're going to
Alright.
roll with 3 dice plus 1
Free.
on the
Free.
purchase price table.
Yeah. All right. Let me do a thing where I'll. Oh, okay. There we go. I'm gonna add a third die in here, and just for fun.
Too high tech. This is impossible.
All right. It's 3 dice, but I'm still adding the 2 mod.
You are
Oh shoot.
1 mod.
1 mod.
1 mod. Oh, because the one that go. Okay.
Because it's offset, yeah.
This isn't gonna. This may not work right. I'm not gonna play with it. All right. So I get the 3 dice. Holy crap. Okay,
He did
that's
it.
insane.
Man's unstoppable. It's the highest roll we've ever seen.
18, right? A 6, a 5,
18.
and a 6.
So that
1.
becomes 19, which means that you can buy this for 45% of standard cost. Yeah, which
Beautiful.
I'm going to make because I can't do small. I don't want to mess about with fractions here, so I'm going to charge you 50K for that.
All right.
That 6 tons. Yeah.
We've had a windfall here.
But let me just
they really need to offload this.
Let me just check. Yeah, there's no bonus. Agricultural and water world would be a bonus. You now want to sell on a high-tech industrial world.
Yeah.
To maximize your sale price. But that means that of the £120,000 to 20,000 you had to play with, you still have 80,000 in the kitty.
How much room we got in the hold? Like
Oh,
how much of the
you've got
hold
about
does this
65 tons, I think, is so you've
Oh,
got
we can fill that. Orux, here's the
Let's
move.
get some legitimate, easy profit.
Exactly. Let's fill the rest of the hold with legitimate goods.
Yeah.
The illegally gained minerals,
the only thing this costs you is time.
And time
Yeah,
does cost us. What's the birthing costs again? Like
200 a day.
It's fine.
At this point, we're just so wealthy.
I'm sleeping on the ship. Are you
Oh,
guys
yeah,
going
everybody
out
is.
to an inn?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
No, I
I'm
want to
going
try
out
to
and
avoid
spending
getting into
money
living
to have
costs.
fun.
Sorry,
Going for
Lowell,
gambling and
Yeah,
go.
let's do this, but let's also. We should also keep moving. So yes, let's do this, but then let's also err on the side of getting our ass in gear.
It's fair. It's fair, Keel.
Because it is now fair to tell you that I've invented a non-traveler mechanism here. I'm taking from Grimwild the 6 dice pool.
Oh.
The 6 dice pool is how long it's going to take Yerkes to catch up. Yeah. So I'm going to roll 6 dice now, using my little roller, and every 1, 2, or 3 will reduce that 6 towards 0. When it reaches 0, Yerkes is on your case. So here we go. So 5 and 4, still 6 dice. 3 and 4, now a 5 dice. And 2 and 2, now a 3 dice pool.
That happened so fast. Okay, hold on, Alan. I appreciate it. You just ran us through it. Now we know how it works. Now do it for real.
Okay. You set up a pool and you roll that number of dice at intervals. The next time I roll it, I will roll 3 dice. And if it comes up 1, 2, or 3, it will drop again. So if they all come up as 1 to 3, Yerkes and the bounty hunters will appear. And I was going to do that every time you got a cargo. Now, if you want to hang about for another cargo, I will roll the dice again. So risk benefit, colleagues. Do we stay or do we go?
I'm not an accountant. I'm a bounty hunter. You guys figure it out.
Yeah.
Will you roll all 6 dice?
I'll roll 3 dice.
Because the pool's down now. Yeah, we're already here. we might as well. No, I don't know. We got really high on that was low cost.
We're gonna do pretty well. Let's go ahead.
Let's put some space. And also, Eliad, we've already
do wish we had some crap
drugs.
cargo just so we could hide it if we needed to. But
I mean, there is
to tuck it in,
there's a ton's worth of. I mean, it doesn't look illegal. It's just raw materials.
Look,
it's
glowing sign. You very illegal.
So, where are you going to go? Because there's 2 things going on now, isn't there? There's your desire to make money, but there's also the plot. So, which of the current hooks are you interested in? Keel, I got a sense that you wanted to talk to us.
Look, so we can do other things if you want, but we have this planet. We've gotten some stuff. Bilga's done some slicing to get information. It is a restricted world, so we definitely want to sell our shit off before we go there. But there's a significant amount of money there, and it also means kind of spitting in the face of Yerkes, which I wouldn't mind. I'm sure Bilga wouldn't mind. But if there's something else on the table, I am more than fine to go with that.
I'm happy to go along with you, Keel, on this one. And I just say, just for our own ease of mind, Chesseril 5 and 6 is, it's only 25 hours away. It's on the way. It's really on the way for anywhere we go. And they're an industrial planet. We could offload these minerals. We could really lighten our load. We'll be moving faster, Keel. I'm sure that's something you're interested in. Yeah, just a hypothetical.
Yeah, because I suppose what I'm interested to know is we currently have the Skystone hook is operational. There's a rumor about Hive Base 1, which has not gone anywhere yet. There's this corp payroll at Mistra that Bilga picked up information about. And there's a rumor involving Tejar, which we know nothing about at all. So those are, for me, the hooks that are on the ground at the moment. I think it would be good for you to have a coherent view of which one you are in pursuit of. Or are you just going to bum around selling stuff? That's fine by me.
There was a for the Tatrar, there was something about there being a base there, or there being um
It was interdicted by the Imperium, and the New Republic has retained that interdiction.
yeah.
So there are and Bilga did some slicing and dicing around the nature of interdiction buoys and whatever else.
I thought we
So
might have thought that there was a sky stone there.
That's
um,
exactly, yeah.
that was a suggestion, but you have
Okay.
nothing solid on it. It seems odd that both the Imperium and the Republic think it's worth keeping people away from.
There's going to be no better time for us to do this than right now when the Republic is still getting their feet under them. Eventually, they're going to get things set up. They're going to switch over from old Imperial protocols. Now, mind you, I'm not saying this is going to be safe. It's going to be pretty dangerous because some of those may be Imperial interdiction satellites, which, shoot first and take prisoners never. So, like, that's the deal, my friends. But we sell. I say we sell this stuff, and then like maybe we take a little pass by that planet. It is a perfect setup for our people. A brilliant slicer, a rock hard warrior, a clever trainee of the Force. Like, could you get a better team to do this?
Go for the hard sell on this.
I like it. I like where your head's at. Let's make a sale
It,
and
it,
let's
it's
make.
it's a stone that kills two wampas at once for me, right? It's wampas, wampa rats. I can't remember. Anyway, but anyway, it
A
kills
stone
two.
that
It
could
kills
kill a womp was a
kills
big
two of
stone.
them. It completes a contract with a patron who will be in grateful to us. And it pisses off a really obnoxious crime lord who has put their eye on myself and poor Bilga,
Well, yeah, I've updated the enemy status. He's now everyone's enemy.
Oh, good,
who kind of
good.
probably hates all of us now.
Yeah.
Let's.
So tell me, where do you go? We've got a map. We know where Eliad is. Where are you going? What's your route?
So Tajar is, if I'm looking at the map, we're in Eliad. Let's say we go to Mestra, Traven, Quakra, and then down to Tajar. That's 30, 43, 58 hours. So a few days
Yeah,
journey.
yeah, 2 days.
And Quakra, just for funsies, Quakra is an industrial planet, so we can pass
So it
over that Sheshirul
is.
idea entirely. And hypothetically, if we're feeling froggy about it, we go to Quakra, we offload this, and maybe we spend some of these credits to make sure we're outfitted correct for this planet. Because I don't know about y'all, but I know my body's.
Maybe
I'm going more
some
machine than man now.
armor.
Perhaps, right?
Yeah. Can't get Eliad. It's robes and nothing. So yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. I think I'm understanding the route that you want to take. So screen wipe to Quokra. Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
Quokra.
beautiful planet, Quakra.
Quokra. 1G, breathable atmosphere, desert, hot, about 14 million people, run by an impersonal bureaucracy. Law level is 9. All weapons and any armor protection above 3 is illegal. That means that any weapons and stuff you want to buy here, you're going to be working with the illegal black market.
Damn. Does that also mean that the cost goes up, or it's just
Yes.
we're going through? Shit.
So,
Is there another choice that to have with a lesser law level,
well,
Bilga?
Travnin, you're going through Travnin. Law level is 5. Two-handed and one-handed discrete weapons are illegal, and armor of 5 or greater is illegal. Because the New Republic governor there is very keen to keep the streets safe. Yelsane was on your route. Yelsane, law level 3. Military weapons are illegal, and armor protection above 6 is illegal. So Yelsane may be your best bet for a first stop.
Yeah, so stop there, spend what we got from our profit on the first job, and
Exactly.
then drop off at Quokra and make some of it back. I'm into that. I'm into
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's an agricultural world of sorts. Gravity is fine, breathable atmosphere, temperate, bit on the cold side, mountains and forests. There is no overarching planetary government, which is always a
Perfect.
good thing. That's why the law level is so low. And they have an excellent starport. I mean, what more do you want? So I'm going to charge you 2,000 to berth there. That reduces your working capital to 78k. Um, roll a d6. Keel, roll a d6.
I am muted, I said. First die is a 5, second die is a 5, so a 5.
Okay, so 5 days. So that is a total of 10k, reducing your 80,000 to 70,000 working capital. Um, During those 5 days, you can kit up any which way you like, up to that very, 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 very loose law level, shall we say.
I'll encourage Orix to, if you need any extra cash to get what you need.
Thanks. Appreciate it. You good man, Keel.
I am.
So, what are you thinking of buying, Orux?
Well, I think an heavy jacket,
Okay,
something that's pretty flexible or a
heavy
replacement
jacket,
jump.
protection 4. That's
Yeah,
only 350. Yeah,
yeah. Good.
okay.
Hey, can I get you anything for the jumpsuit?
No, because you'll want that jumpsuit for those planets where you can't wear your heavy jacket.
I guess that makes sense. I mean, do I have an outfit for every planet now? Do I need a wardrobe? I guess I should
I
go
think a
for a main
trunk.
color.
Well, we're all assuming it's that kind of purple-black combination.
Yeah. For double breasted, it's the best. It hides all me fat.
Is that all we want to buy?
um,
So
I was gonna say if anybody doesn't have a med pack, we should buy get some med
Yeah,
packs.
it's a good idea. Take a mid
Um,
pick. Occasionally I use it.
Okay, so a med pack is down there, isn't it?
yeah, it's
Uh,
100
yeah.
credits.
I'm also
I
going
will
to
do.
get some variable armor. So I think right now I had hard weave, but I
Mhm.
need to have something that I can wear, probably a heavy jacket that I can wear on some planets, and then robes, that kind of stuff.
Fine. Um, I'm getting bored with tracking your individual stuff, to be honest.
Yeah.
Let's assume that once we've got Oryx kitted out with 350's worth of, I'm only really interested in your most potent armor. I'm going to make some rash assumptions about, when you have to wear your Jedi robes. So apart from that 350, does anybody want to buy anything else? Are we okay on the weapons and equipment front? In terms of Tajar, which is your objective, it's barren and vacuum
Ooh.
and volcanic. No government structures, no restrictions, no idea if it has any population, to be honest.
Um, so Cody, just so you know, last time we had a lot of combat and we needed to know a lot, and that's why Rich is looking at getting armor because it was really useful. So
Yeah,
making sure that you have.
I
Mhm,
have a heavy jacket already, so
good.
yeah, that was one of the few things I started with actually. Which is why I wanted to have a blaster as well because I only had a stun baton, so I figured one of those things. But otherwise, I'm more worried about. It sounds like we need maybe special gear for this vacuumous lava planet.
I mean, I've never much taken for the Star Wars vacuum. Nobody ever goes in vacuum, it seems to me. There's always some way to stay, even if it's just with a little, when
Yeah,
you're on an asteroid and you turn out to be inside an animal, just
Jedi can just walk around in lava planets. It's all good.
guys, don't even get me started. Okay, this is the Force. Force protection is a very powerful thing. All right.
So, I mean, what I think in practical terms it means you need to get the ship near to anywhere you want to be, right? Because I don't think I've ever seen a Star Wars spacesuit that isn't, some kind of military uniform.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that in mind, apart from taking 350 from Orux, I don't think I'm doing much else.
There's taking 525 from it for me. I bought a light blaster.
Okay,
But yeah, that's all I wanted.
okay.
Although there is this explosives tab. Now this is interesting. Oh, thermal detonator. No, okay.
I think you encouraged us all to have a breathing mask, so we
Yes,
should all have that. And
yeah.
then you said med pack.
Medpack seemed a good idea.
Yeah.
Got
And
two.
I have a built-in breathing mask, so I don't need that myself. But yeah.
That's right. We'll just send the metal dude into the lava. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Cool.
It turns out it's a benefit when you're more machine than men.
So, with all that in mind, do we then screen wipe to Tejar? Yeah. Okay. Um, and I think we have you come out in relatively deep space, some distance away from Tejar, so you can take a look at the planet. So, Orux, you're our co-pilot, aren't you? Let's see what your avionics say. Oh, Quokra. We can sell it, Quokra. I'm sorry, your Quokra. Screen white
I
Quokra.
we could do more exciting things than the trade.
No. Let's get out the way. Let's get out the way.
Okay.
So Quokra is an industrial planet, as you pointed out. It has a frontier level starport, which is basically just an area of cleared rock.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty primitive down there. And you just have to deal with the bureaucracy. So let's have you do that on the trade tab. So
It's a droid place.
no, I don't
Cool.
think so. It's an impersonal bureau. Or did it? No, you tell me.
Sorry, I see a note. I see a note off to
Oh,
the far right. Droids, needs buys droids. Underground city near landing field is entirely
Oh,
inhabited
yes.
by droids.
Most of Imperial manufacture. Yes. Thank you. I'd forgotten that was Pokra.
So these droids are going to go crazy for this raw material. I mean,
Well, that's the plan.
yeah.
That's certainly the plan. So I will roll a d6. This is 2 days. 2 days. And when you leave, I'll roll the 3 dice for pursuit.
Perfect.
So a couple of days during which you can sell these legally. Yeah. So find a buyer, or so it's either culture or streetwise.
Can I just a question? Hearing that this place is predominantly inhabited by droids, is there a chance that I could slice into the network and increase the demand for materials so that we can get higher than a +2 on our trade roll?
Okay. Let's see if you can find you can negotiate with the bureaucracy to start with to get a license to sell, and then we'll see whether you can influence the sale. Yeah?
Sounds good.
Okay. So Keel, do you have culture? Somebody had culture.
I have culture. but I think Keel does as well, but also has presence maybe.
So I think that this is probably going to be, it's an impersonal bureaucracy. So I think control, it's your capacity to deal with this bloody bureaucracy that is. So I'm looking at control and culture for dealing with this impersonal bureaucracy.
Not me.
My control is 0, but my culture is 1. So I think that's probably the highest is +1.
Okay.
We suck at most everything. What are we even doing this for?
You're not particularly social individuals, are you? But never mind. So does this mean Bilga is our best one? +1?
I believe it is. +1.
Okay. I'm going to have the bureaucracy get in the way to so yeah, roll to find a market.
I got an 8, so I do find a market.
You do. So home free. Just now it's about cost. Do you want to play slice and dice with the system?
I kind of do. Doesn't that sound fun? Am I crazy for that?
Okay, now it is a droid planet.
It does sound crazy, but it does sound fun.
And you do need the money. You got to.
That's what I like to hear, fellas. All right.
Okay, so I think this is a 10 plus because I think that the droids swim in a world of digital information. So slicing and dicing with them is going to be a 10 plus to succeed. So I think this is probably, again, I'll give you a choice. It's control or wisdom as the modifier, and it's programming as the skill.
All right. So all my stats are 0 except for strength. So programming 3 though. So I'll be rolling a +3.
You will 10 to 5,
which is, as we've seen today, more than enough. My luck will never run out. That's not how the game works. That's not how dice work. I got a 14.
Look at that.
What are you going to do about that, droid security? I've never even heard of it.
Okay, so that is an effect of 4. Yeah. So I'm going to give you 4 as your benefit to your sale price. Yeah.
Excellent.
So let's go to your sale price. 3d6. I'm going to have you roll flat.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's have you roll 3 dice plus 4.
Is that, I was going to ask, is that +4 in addition to the industrial +2, or is it replacing
Yes,
it?
it's in addition to. So that's plus
so
6.
+6. Oh, beautiful.
3 dice plus 6.
Okay, right on the first 2 dice, we got an 8. So we're already at 14. We're in the clear. First die on the second roll is another 6. 20.
20.
Tell me more about how much we sell this for.
Okay, 160% of sale. Yeah, and it's not illegal here. So this is just a straightforward. In fact, you bought it illegally. No skin off their nose. Yeah. So your 120,000 core value increases by 1.6, which I think is a big number. Equals that times 1.6 equals 192,000.
This is beautiful. This is all in a good week's work. This is why people play Travelers, to feel like they're making money.
Exactly so. Exactly.
I've never felt so high. This is wonderful.
So that is, gosh, that's a lot of money. 192,000.
Sure would be a shame if something happened to it.
With the 70 you already have, gives you a running cash of 262,000, I think, in working capital. Yowza.
Can we buy another ship for that?
Right?
Crikey, I think we can almost pay off Bilga's problems.
Well, I was beginning to ask that question because I think what I need to do is to set another debt collector.
With
I was on my way to see you and pay you off.
Exactly. I was going to say, at this point, since we have so much working capital, do people care or want, like, I want to make sure people get their money back that we spent on the first investment. I don't want people running around like, I used to have 60 that was on me. Or
Bilga, I'm going to tell you what I think. You saved my ass before. You spend your money first. I'll get my money back later. You get yourself in the clear.
wow, that's very
So
magnanimous, Keel. I honestly, I was going to make
I certainly say this so that next time when I ask for something dumb, you're going to back me.
And besides, we know that if someone's coming after you for money, they're going to be coming after all of us. We've already learned this lesson that whenever
Yeah.
someone comes after one of us, they'll come after all of us.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
don't need anyone being chased off by anyone.
So what I have done is I've put 92,000 into Bilga's account, which clears his debt, leaves him with 600 credits in his pocket. And that 92,000 will come off your trade total. 62 to 200,000. That's 170,000 left of working capital.
Awesome.
So, Bilga, you didn't have a named NPC that you owed this to, is that correct?
Correct. It was
Okay.
just a part of getting
It was
right.
medical expenses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if there was a named NPC, we should have a scene where you pay it back. But no named NPC, that's
Well,
fine.
I'm very happy for you to go to the local to the no the starport here is crap. So
We'll
yeah,
have to pay it back on the way back after Tejar. You know, it's no big
Yeah.
deal. I'm sure I'll pay it back as soon as we get back to town.
okay. Are you going to try and pick up a cargo here?
I don't know. Do you think we should?
No,
Or do you
let's
think we
get
should just, like-
moving.
All right, let's get moving, Keel.
Okay,
I'm back in Keel on this one, fellas.
So I'll roll my 3 dice for
Uh-huh.
Yurkis. No. Okay, when you leave, there is 1 dice left of pursuit. So they are closing in. So screen wipe to Tejar. Yeah. And let's have our co-pilot Orux run his avionics over the local near space. See what you pick up.
Yeah. See what we pick up.
I will give you wisdom as a bonus, and it is avionics. Oh, your wisdom is -1. Oh dear. Never mind. What's the?
Wait, do I get wisdom? Like I need to roll with wisdom? It's
You
okay
do.
if I need to roll
You
with
do.
wisdom.
You do.
Okay.
Um,
So that means I'm rolling just with a 1. Why did I spend so much on avionics? I don't know. Seemed like a good idea at the time in my life path system. Here we go. Oh, well, screw you. It's an 11.
there you go. There you go. That's all you needed, wasn't it? So
That's all I needed.
I think what you work out is that there is a network of interdiction buoys. You were kind of expecting that around the planet, which are broadcasting a wideband automated message that says, you have entered an interdicted system. Please move on. Tejar 2 is not to be, no one should land on Tejar 2. This is a safety warning. Please move on in polite New Republic tones.
Friends, it turns out that it's real dangerous in here.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's a
we
good
just move on.
thing that Bilga spent some time doing some pre-hacks.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget, you have a +2 on working with the buoys, Bilga.
That's
That
right.
is still in my notes.
I also have an active a New Republic admin password that gives me another +2 that is listed as good until it isn't.
Exactly so. Exactly so. And I'm going to give you a +2 for the task change for Orux having identified the pattern that these buoys operate as they orbit the planet. So if you were looking, so it allows you to identify the one that you need to hack in order to create a gap that would allow you to get through the screen, not a physical screen, but the
Right.
sensor to reach the planet.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at
plus a lot.
plus a lot. I
Yeah.
think that's plus 6 total. Is that right? 2, 2, and 2.
2, 2, and 2. That sounds like 6 to me.
And then that's not even including my programming, which is then a plus 9.
Yep.
Or plus 3, so a 9 total. All right, so I'm rolling programming, right, to slice the buoys.
You are.
All right, we're doing it. Oh baby, 19. 19. Alan,
No.
how high did the dice go in this game? Because I'm really reaching new levels, you know?
So that is about as successful as you could get. In terms of effect, that is exceptional. You succeed in impressive and elegant fashion. The GM may countenance a bonus effect.
Okay.
I am countenancing a bonus effect. Anyone want to suggest to me what bonus effect I should countenance?
By the way,
He
that's
has
how
a-
we know that Mongoose is a British publisher, because they use the word countenance.
Countenance, yeah.
How
And
about
Alan
if
didn't stumble over it.
Yeah, it's
he
only
takes
it's only Britain and Arrakis that has "you have my countenance." Anyway,
how
I was
about
gonna
if
Oh, go ahead.
Bilga takes such good control of the satellite systems, the buoys, that basically it tunnels a landing path to us.
I think you could have that. I was going to go further than that. I don't think you need to hack them on the way out.
Yeah.
Cool. The thing I was going to suggest, I like both of those ideas, maybe more than mine, but I'll still say mine. Is since we have Yurkis on our trail, perhaps this slows them down or like adds a die to their pool, like the buoys, increase, like we disappear kind of thing, but maybe not.
I think that you could have that, but it does rely on if he doesn't turn up, there's no real effect.
Mm.
And I wanted to give
Fair
you something
enough.
a bit more concrete.
Yeah.
And it also allows me the option to have him appear when you leave.
Yep. Perfect.
So-
I like the ones you guys offered.
So I think you will not have to hack them. You retain enough control to not have to hack that boy on the way out. Yeah.
Perfect.
So I think this barren rock, it's to all intents and purposes atmosphere free. There are volcanic upthrusts that put some dust and muck in the atmosphere. So it's not entirely without atmosphere, but it's pretty low and pretty unpleasant. So I'm seeing the twist come in and flying over this volcanic environment, flows of lava, eruptions in the distance. What are you going to do?
Let's scan to do sensors, see if we can pick up anything. As I said in the notes, we'll get our little, comprehensive atmospheric, protection system, which is a little tiny mask that we put on, and get hunting.
So let's have. So I'm imagining
Oh.
the ship. Oh, go on.
We need to talk about the skills with Lowell.
Oh, we do.
Yes.
Well, I had forgotten to allocate out the various campaign skills
Okay.
that are available. We did a bit of jiggery pokering. We are left with influence and piloting.
Mhm.
One of those is yours, and one of them is Oryx's. And Oryx, Rich was concerned not to make a choice until you were at the table.
Yeah.
I would very much like influence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Totally makes sense.
So you can add influence 1 to your, and you can add pilot 1 to yours, Orux.
Got it.
Okay.
So I can eliminate this avionics that was added then?
No, you also
No,
get
you
that.
got that one as well. Each of you
Oh, okay.
got 2.
Okay.
And I guess the fact that avionics is now a bit more common through the crew, it may be that we have a choice of co-pilot or somebody to operate the sensors other than Orux.
Yeah,
So,
sometimes I get a crickety nick.
so I'm thinking control or wisdom as the attribute bonus, and avionics as the skill
For research,
for doing some scans of the surface.
what is recon?
Recon is on the ground scouting.
I see. Okay.
So, what do we think?
I've got a 1 on avionics.
And no benefit for control or wisdom.
No.
Anyone
And
got
I've got a 1
anything?
as well.
Anyone better than that? Okay.
I got a 2 in avionics, but a
Oh,
0 in con.
okay. So then +2. Orux
Yeah.
runs the scan. Let's see what you
Turns out
find.
you mugs got to wait for me. That's a 9.
9. Okay. Um, there is a power source. Now you're getting all kinds of readings off the volcanic terrain, but there is a spike of power that is on a different kind of frequency stroke nature. Yeah. And it's at the base of one of these volcanoes.
I check it out. A base one of volcanoes got something different
Um,
source of power.
and
Nivy, can you
I
go in close?
we go in so low. So Nivea, let's just do a piloting to see whether any of this atmospheric volcanic eruption makes a challenge for you. 8 plus piloting. Agility would be the logical for that, I think.
Okay. That's a 13.
Success. I think we see you coming in towards the base, coming around the base of this great volcano, and there is a structure. Something has been built into the side of the volcano. Oh, Stephen, we forgot all about your force. Your force goes up over hours, not days, so your force is
Ah,
rectified. Um, and that, I think, is where we'll take our second break. Back in our seats at 5 past the hour.
Yeah.
See you then.
Okay.
So we see the ship coming in. I think that as well as the volcanoes, I want to add some crashed ships. Um,
We have like some Easter eggs of little ships that super nerds will pause the Blu-ray on and go,
and
look,
say,
look.
oh, look, there's one of those. Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's not even a Star Wars ship.
That's from Extended Universe. They wrote that out.
um, but they are a variety of imperial ships, I think I want to say. Yeah. Um, but so you fly over that, you come round the corner of this large volcano, and there is a structure, a pillared frontage, carved into, built into the side of this volcano. And Nivea puts you down within spitting distance of it. What do you do once you've suited up?
You guys ready?
Yeah.
I mean,
Keel, you
yeah.
gonna hang back and be our Overwatch? Or do you want to come in with?
I think I'd better come with for at least this first part. I will hang back a little ways, seeing if I can take the higher ground as we move
Yeah.
forward.
I mean, the
High
challenge
ground's
here
important.
is that the higher ground is up and beyond
Yeah.
this
I
structure.
mean, hopping up onto spaceship wrecks to get a couple of 10, 20
Oh,
feet worth of height.
I see you standing here on the
Yeah.
ship.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'll take Overwatch. Oh, sorry, it's 40K term. I'll take Overwatch, and when you guys get up to there, then I'll come and follow up.
Okay.
And I kind of pause and I go, I should have thought that Orcs, you know tactics and you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, let's start with the tactics as a start of a task chain, maybe, in case something goes horribly wrong here. So I'm interested in tactics or recon, and I'm probably interested in savvy because I'm assuming that you don't want to go in and announce your arrival necessarily. Seem fair?
Yeah.
So if this is savvy as the attribute and tactics or recon as the skill, who's best suited to take the lead?
I've got a
One.
3.
So Keel.
Yeah, it's Keel.
So Keel, that kind of puts you on point rather than on Overwatch.
Okay.
Well, can't he take like a monocular and guide us, or is that a thing where he's going to
I
physically do
think
it?
that if we want the benefit of all those pluses, there needs to be some jeopardy at work. So Keel needs to clamber off the ship and take point if we want to use Keel as our pointman. Failing that, Keel stays on the upper height.
No. We'll do that.
Okay.
And I assume it'll be one of those moments where Orux kind of surveys the situation and goes, "We're gonna need you to keep moving, Keel." And I'm like, "Okay."
Okay. So Keel, let's have you. Well, let's start with Orux on tactics and then you for the recon. Yeah. So let's see if you can make some good choices here, Orux. Tactics, I will give you savvy or wisdom, I think, depending which way you want to cut it.
I do not have tactics.
Oh, sorry, I thought you did. I beg your pardon. Does anybody have tactics?
Yeah, everyone else
Nivea does.
does but me.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
so Nivea. Control or savvy with tactics.
think this will be control, which is the
Okay.
same, and tactics is a 1, and that's a 4.
That's a 4. So a 4 as an effect is a -2 to the recon. So you point out where you want Keel to go, and Keel goes there and then rolls recon, but with a -2 because that was the wrong place to be.
That is okay. I've still got a +1.
There you go. Okay. So there is a space. You get up to one of the pillars, and it does look like they've been carved, I think, Keel. And everything's got a reddish wash to it because of the volcanic activity. Um, and you make your way up to these pillars. There are half a dozen of these pillars equally spaced with a dome, it looks like, built back into the volcano. And we see you kind of crouched behind one of those pillars looking in, and there is a source of light inside this space. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So you have successfully got there without anybody knowing you're there. So I guess now it's stealth probably.
Well, you mean I need to actually roll that recon.
Oh, sorry, I thought you had. I beg your pardon. I beg
No,
your
no,
pardon.
I'm still rolling it, but I still have a +1.
Okay. Oh, I see. Right, I thought you'd achieved +1. 8 plus.
8.
Right. Okay. Okay. Well, then that's what you see. And I
Okay.
think, the others could be called up to that point. Um, now, I think probably that gives you the lay of the land, which is what recon is for. I think it's now stealth, if you want to go in here stealthy.
I
Don't
think
look at
that's
me.
And I think now it becomes who has the worst stealth?
I do have
So
a
who's
0.
not trained in stealth and has a bad agility?
I am not trained in stealth, but I have a decent agility.
So I think Bilga is the potential problem.
I'm trained in stealth, actually. I have one
Oh, well,
stealth.
you got one stealth. Okay.
Yeah.
So that would be 1, and nothing on agility.
Yeah.
It would be for Nivea, it would be
0.
0. So
And it's 1 for Orux.
Yeah.
okay, I think it's still Bilga who is just +1 because he's also the big hulking guy. So
Love it.
he has to be where the pressure falls.
All
So,
right.
but first of all, I need to know, are we kind of moving into this space?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will stop and I will say it's not really my area of knowledge. Nivea, do you sense anything?
What do you mean sense anything? I mean, oh, okay.
Like
Um,
like through the
do I have vibes? Do
the
I have
vibes. I don't
vibes?
know how this
Yeah.
works.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither.
Well, no,
Um,
it's not giving me confidence, buddy.
So what do you
so
think?
I can roll a sense force roll. I don't think there is a skill, I think, or one of the force powers that lets you tell what's going on.
You have precog
Um,
you have 2 powers. You have
yeah.
life detection and precognition.
So let's do
Uh,
life detection. That makes the most sense,
okay, so this is going
Yeah.
to cost you one force.
right?
You are making a force roll. Um, I think I would give you control as a variable, as an attribute bonus, if you've got any.
Okay. Hmm.
And you need to score 4 or more.
Okay. And I am at a -1 for this roll, so let me roll that. And that's a 10.
Well, that's pretty good, isn't it? Um,
Yeah.
you, so I will. You get there is a life, there is a presence in there somewhere. Um, Maybe a couple hundred feet away, no more than that. Uh, Ahead, I think I can give you but it's a very suppressed life. You're not quite sure what to make of it. It's not a very active life.
So I tell Keel, okay, yeah, ask me if there's stuff. I think there's somebody in there. I can't tell you how I know that, but I think they're asleep, or maybe they're in a med bay.
Okay. Well, let's walk.
So let's be real quiet going up
Yeah.
because we don't want to wake them up.
And there we go. Okay. I just want to check something. Yeah, no, right. It doesn't make any difference. Okay. So you move in, and there is um what I can only describe as a kind of white light illuminating someone sitting on a plinth or some kind of block of stone. Who's going to take point now?
Did you want me to
Um,
roll stealth still in this moment?
I do want you to roll stealth now in this moment.
All right. Here we go. +1.
Mm-hmm.
13. Let's see it. Let's see it. Nope, just an 8. But an 8 is a success. I
8 is a
think.
success.
Okay.
So, despite the kind of it's fine.
so this person sitting on the dais or plinth or whatever, eyes open.
You're not close enough to see it. That
Okay.
this takes you to the threshold.
I'm
It
gonna
does
hang
pin down.
back.
This is the presence that your detection has determined.
Okay.
I'm gonna hang back a little bit. Why don't you guys go up and
Yeah.
check it? I'm gonna keep cover.
So, am I to assume that you are aiming at something, Keel?
I'm not aiming at this thing. I don't want this thing to think of me as hostile, but I am doing that thing. I'm going to stand there. The gun is down. Uh, uh,
That's all I need to
uh,
know, because
yeah,
aim gives you a bonus to hit.
yeah. No, I don't want to potentially set this thing off.
Okay. So
I'll
I'm
let other
seeing
people do that.
I'm seeing Orux and Nivea and Bilga maybe a little hanging back behind, approaching. Orux, what do we see you doing?
Walk right up to it.
Just
Hey,
straight up to it. Nivea, you go with him?
No, I think I'm going to slink around to the side.
Okay.
Um, yep.
Bilga, you backing up Orux?
Uh, I think Bilga kind of just stops where he is, wide open space. Just he doesn't go to hide. He doesn't follow him. But Bilga's confused, and he's just like, all right, like what are we? Is this what we thought we'd find? And so he's just gonna watch what Orcs does.
Um,
I've
Orux.
slung my carbine. I've got a stun baton on my end, but I've got it down.
Okay. Um, when you get because this light is quite everything is dark. Outside was washed with red, everything else is dark, but there is this concentrated beam of light that seems to come from way up there. Um, and it's quite difficult to kind of stare at. But when you get about 20 feet away, 10 feet away, it's a Mon Calamari. And they are this sounds stupid, Oryx, but they're kind of hovering over the plinth.
It's got to be some kind of fancy olo. Yeah, I'll keep going closer. Aye.
Okay, so you get up close. There is this concentrated beam of light coming out of the ceiling, way up a height. Everything else is dark. You're kind of squinting into this brightness, and there is a Mon Calamari, female Mon Calamari, with hovering there, with in crossed legs. You know, just hovering. Eyes are closed. What do you do, Orux?
I'll look over it. There's a moment. Orux is not a person who hesitates. At this moment, he pauses and glances over at Nivea to see if she gives any, like, don't do the thing. Otherwise, he is just going to stun baton, but not it on. Just use it to kind of tap her knee.
Nivea, Orux seems to be seeking guidance.
Yeah, I think that, Orix looks over and Nivea is like,
Came all the way here. It would be kind of a terrible story if we just turned around and went back to the ship.
Keel
Orux?
comes over comms.
Do you see the stone that I described anywhere around there?
I'll peer. Do I see the stone? Is
No.
it around her neck?
No, it is
No.
not.
And I thought maybe she's sitting on it, but she's floating
Oh.
up in the air.
Would it be possible for us to just move around them? Is there deeper temple?
Sure, I can try.
Yeah. I mean, once you power up some kind of light source, you can see this is a pretty much spherical, hemispherical space, with this Mon Calamari sat hovering in the middle. There are some pillars, some alcoves around the outside, but nothing significant, Keel. But let's have you see what you can see, Keel. What have you got in the way of a skill set that would allow you to spot something?
Recon
Recon. I go with recon.
and wisdom,
I would go with that.
because I have no wisdom. So let's go with recon. That's a 6. I don't think I see shit.
There is nothing there. This is empty. The Mon Calamari is not wearing any kind of breather. The Star Wars spacesuit. So now I'm seeing all four of you kind of wandering around this space, investigating it.
Mhm.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Nivea, any thoughts? Maybe literal thoughts. I don't know.
Really want to touch her
Yeah.
just to make sure she's solid.
Well, and part of the thing is what crashed all those ships outside, right?
Probably bad pilots.
Well, we don't see any controls where they were shooting or anything like that. So yeah, I think we wake them up and see if they have any idea where this jewelry is.
All right, here we go.
Well, I noticed there's precognition on the table.
Yeah.
To predict the near future.
Okay.
Do you want to try and predict
I
the near
certainly
future?
can. Rules-wise, that's for a plus to driving and piloting, but I am certainly willing
I think,
try that out.
yeah, you hone your intuition to predict the near future. But Orux, what are you intending to do?
Take stun baton. It's not on. Tap a knee. Get her
Okay, just
attention.
reach it into
Wake her
the
up. You
tap a
just
knee. Yeah.
Hello.
Nivea,
Yeah.
we see Orux going to do that. Let's see if precognition triggers.
So I spent the one additional force point, and I
you
rolled.
do that at the end. So you
Okay.
roll with the current attribute mod.
Okay, I got an 8.
Stop. If Orux does that, something bad will happen.
So I think I say hold, and then Can you give me an idea of what I see?
Um, I think in the moment, it
Mhm.
is that if he breaks that light,
Mhm.
then you see a ship crashing.
Okay. So orcs don't get close. And I think we see the
What?
tip of the baton kind of stuttering right there at the edge of the light. And I'm like, back off. There's a trap here. If you cross that light, I think the ship will crash into us.
You saying it's a trap?
Thank
I,
you.
yeah, I think it is. That's just the feeling I've got.
This is a weird.
But it's not worth it. It's not what we're here for.
Well, true. We're here for the jewel, and it doesn't look like she's wearing it. So, where's
So
she
unless she
gonna grab?
swallowed it, yeah.
Oh, I'm not gonna wait around for her to poop it out.
So I think we're going to wander around and look. I think we've rolled our recon.
Let's take a closer look. Let's take time, see if there's anything else. You don't just build a thing this big with a single chamber.
Hmm.
So is this,
What?
going around the, are we in 10-foot pole country here,
I think
tapping
so.
walls?
And I
Okay.
think that I suggest, Keel, you should probably get a better look at where that light source is coming from. You can see up there with your scope. Maybe we can get a better sight of what's going on.
So, Bilga, what do you do?
Bilga, based off the descriptions I'm hearing, I think Bilga is trying to look for some sort of terminal or computer access thing, but it doesn't sound like anything's like that. It sounds like it's all pretty
Examining
stone.
the base of the dais? The
Yes, yeah. If that
Yeah.
looks like a place where something would be, like maybe there's
Okay.
a terminal jack. Yeah.
So
Bilga,
that's
just don't cross the light.
Don't cross the light. Well, I mean, okay, I'm not all right. I'm not going to cross the light. Whatever.
um Orux, what do we exactly do we see you doing?
They're moving around. I'm just gonna really take a good solid look at what what the hell is this Moncall woman? What's she wearing? Do I recognize the clothing style? What's
Mhm.
the expression on her face?
Mhm.
I'm just trying to understand what is this is the most interesting thing in the room. We came all this way.
Okay. Orux is doing that. Nivea?
So I think I'm going to start going around the outside of the room. I think that someone's already looked, but I'm going to check out all the columns, make sure that they're solid support structure, that they're not going to fall back in.
And
And I'm
Keel?
going to work my way around the room back to the entrance.
Mhm.
And maybe at the end of that, I look out and see if I can see any pattern of ships, or maybe the ship that I got a sense of is already crashed somewhere. Yeah.
Keel, I get from what you said at the start, I get the feeling you're doing very similar to Nivea.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Orux, I want you to make a roll, but I'm not quite certain what it is. I want you to roll. I want you to make a roll with +1 to do with your presence, I think. No skill, just that +1.
Okay, I can do that. An 8.
Her eyes open and she says, "You're not who I was expecting."
Sorry.
Everybody else's attention, I guess, is instantly drawn to the center. Bilga,
Yeah,
you
Bill
feel
just
you,
looking up from the pedestal, like,
yeah. Um, Nivea, Keel, do you stay out on the periphery or do you come and join Orux?
I remain on the periphery.
I'm going to come in.
um, And as Nivea comes up behind you, Orux, the Moncal's eyes look over your shoulder to her and says, "You're not quite what I was expecting. What is the state of the temple?" That was addressed to Nivea.
Oh, um, I'm not sure which temple you're asking about.
How many survived?
Um, and I kind of look around and I'm like, this, I think you're the only one here other than us.
But on Coruscant, how many survived?
Oh, um, there, the stories say that none survived. I don't believe that. I've met some, but they're scattered.
And a look of horror on her face, really. Um, the light winks out and she
Oh.
stands on the pedestal, on the dais. None survived?
Legends say none survived, but I know
What do you
that's
mean?
not
What do you
true.
mean legends?
Stories people tell.
But
Um,
how long have I been here then?
I don't know who you are, lady. I don't know when you came here.
My name is Yapu. I came here after the attack on the temple, but it never occurred to me that I would be one of the you say a handful, perhaps?
Well, I've met one from the temple, and there's other people that they were training somewhere else in a community. But I was only there for a little while. Um, so my name is Navia. Um, there are some crashed ships outside, and I have a feeling that ours might join it, and we don't want that. Are you crashing ships? Where are your
Um,
controls?
I and clearly this is all rather a lot for her, and she kind of slumps down and sits on the dais, um, and says, "No, I hid here and set up some defenses. There are
Ah,
crash ships, so what? The Palpatine and the others came here."
Come, I'm going to come forward. Nivea, stop bearing the lead.
oh, okay. Um, we are here looking for
No, no,
this
no,
piece of
no, no.
jewelry.
And I now I kind of cringe.
Keel tries to take control of the conversation.
Palpatine is dead.
Yeah,
The Empire's fallen. Most
Oh,
of the
but
Jedi were
if she
killed.
came here when the temple fell, she doesn't know about the Empire. There
yeah,
was a
yeah.
period of darkness. We can catch you up on history, but first things first, we're here looking for a piece of jewelry.
And the Skystone.
I,
Um,
I don't know what it's called. Yeah.
I I I hid it. It shouldn't fall into the wrong hands. Um, you and again, she looks at Nivea. She can sense that you are touched by
Mhm.
the Force, and have some training. So there is a level of trust there that you are from the right side of the Force, but it mustn't fall into the wrong hands. Um, what I so have any of the parts been found?
And I haven't seen any.
Everyone looks at Keel.
Yeah, I haven't seen any, but I think so.
Would that be bad if some of them were found, hypothetically?
If there are so few Jedi left, and I would only trust Jedi with the Sky Stone, then I am obviously concerned that any fragments of it should fall into non-Jedi hands.
Keel, what the hell is the Sky Stone that
You're a
you?
Jedi. Okay. I wasn't.
Yeah, Orux is caught up.
And he reaches into a pouch slowly. You've probably been here for quite a while. Would you like a C3PO crunch bar?
And she will take the bar and eat. Keel, from the look on Keel's face, we feel that there are some cogs turning. Does Keel want to share any of that?
Not with her present.
um, Look, if you've been sent, she says, looking to Nivea, to reassemble the Skystone, then I can tell you where the parts are.
Oh, I have been. I'm gathering up the parts for someone more powerful than me. Um, so I think knowing where the parts are would be helpful. Although I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how many there are.
I broke it into three segments. Um, one, um, one I hid on Gesseril.
Okay.
One I hid on Karidev. And one I hid among the asteroids of Mistra.
Um, so I'm not sure what exactly this thing does. Can you tell me more about it and why you're concerned about it being dangerous?
It is a source of immense power, and it can be wielded by any Force user, whatever their alignment. That's why it was held securely at the Jedi Temple on Coruscant, and why I was delegated to get off Coruscant with it in case it fell into the wrong hands.
So, um, there's a lot of reasons why people would be looking for it. Why didn't, if it's so powerful, why didn't you use it when the temple was under attack?
The judgment was no one can be trusted to use it. It is too powerful.
Oh, I see.
So now my task is delegated to you. You must keep
Wait,
the Sky Stone safe.
are you going to die?
I suspended myself here expecting to be woken at some point by an emissary from the temple so that they could take on its protection. I invested too much of myself in breaking it.
So it's a yes.
And as you're talking to her, the color, such as the color Moncals have, is draining from her, and she is visibly aging. I invested
Um,
much of my life to break it, hoping that that would make it safer. But now, if you tell me that some of its parts have surfaced, then you must secure it.
can you tell us about it? Oh, you don't know anyone around here. I was going to say, can you tell us about anyone who could be safe? Um, yeah. Any questions before
She
the
dies.
door closes? Yeah.
What I will say this to Nivea, what do we do with her remains? Not knowing
I think
about the Jedi vanishing out, they die kind of thing.
we burn her.
Eh,
Actually, no, we asked her, hey, how would you like to be put
and
to
and
rest?
that no further questions, because that is the point at which the pile of clothing collapses onto the podium.
What
Yeah.
the heck? What is this? Where'd she go?
And that I think is probably where we leave off until next time for our
I do
finale.
have I do have a stinger.
Oh, go on.
I think I turn to Keel and I say, I think you need to renegotiate this price.
And cut to credits. Quick stars and wishes.
Sure.
Um, Lowell, let's kick off with you. Any stars, any wishes?
Oh, Stars enjoyed the trade stuff early on. I enjoyed Bilga's enthusiasm on that. I like Nivea's naivete in dealing with this Jedi, and Orux uh, uh, trying to figure out where as a human he stands in all of this. This is so far above his pay grade, and I could feel that come through in there. And so, yeah, I like all that stuff. So I'm enjoying it.
Any wish for the finale?
Ah, I hope we get to put some shots into our enemy, obviously. But no, I'm good. I'm good. I hope that Bilga/Cody has not, as I said in the chat, flown too close to the sun with his rolls today, and that the roller does not betray him.
Stephen, any stars, any wishes?
Um, yeah. So I'd like to see, wishes. I'd like to see the bounty hunter crew catch up with us. Um, and that'll be exciting. And I kind of want to see where this goes. Whenever Lowell said, you know, something about the enemies, I'm like, well, we've got a few. Which one is that? So yeah. And I'd like to see kind of where this Skystone goes and what are we going to do with it? Yeah. Maybe that's a conversation, the crew has at some point. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Were there any stars? I
Oh,
can't remember.
yeah. I'm sorry. Stars. So
No game. Oh, sorry.
I really liked, again, the dice basically told us we paid off the cybernetics that Bilga needed, right? And I'm like, oh, that's great because they just kept rolling really well. We made a lot of money, enough to help out there. That was really good. I like the reunion scene with Bix and Oryx and Cassidy. That was a really nice kind of situation. And seeing some of the mechanics about how it goes back and forth. I like how Keel is very risk averse. Is like, oh, I'm going to sit back here, keep everything sided up. It'll all be good just as long as you guys are in front of me. Yep.
Yeah, that con of three is certainly something to be thinking carefully about. Cody, any stars, any wishes?
Yeah, stars. Alan, big star at the end there. Coming into this temple, I wasn't sure what was going to happen when we got here. Right, this is the big mystery. What's this planet? And that whole stretch was just very tense. It was very exciting. It was thrilling. I loved it. Um, wishes, wishes for the finale. You said. My wish is, does it have to be the finale?
Okay, I'll think about it. It certainly needs to be a series finale, a season finale, if not a
All
final
right, a
finale.
season finale. All
Season,
out.
season. I like season finale.
Rich, any stars, any wishes?
Uh, Stars. So I, as usual, love Cody's like go, go, go. Let's trade all the stuff. Let's do the most risky thing. And that uh Lowell came in and said, but risk. And then mechanically, Alan, you introduced a mechanic that would allow us to see that ticking clock. I really appreciated the push pull. Oh, yeah, we can make tons of credits here, but every time we do, we're putting this other thing at risk, not just the job, but this other thing. Seeing the clock was fantastic and super helpful to add pressure, to mechanically represent the things that we are putting on the table. I really liked that. Um, I appreciate that you, Alan, are mindful of right? Because we could have just fell into this mini game of like making credits, and it basically kind of becomes a board game, video game thing. And you said, but the story, you pull us back to our story elements. I really appreciate those instincts of redirecting us to say, but let's fold this stuff in. How do we try to tie these things off? Because, hey, it was fun, but also it's more fruitful if we have some story element. And leading to story, the payoff for going to Lava Planet was huge. I'll be honest, I have a little bit of an allergy to the word plinth. So when you said plinth, I'm like, eyes glazing over. But no, 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 no. I have faith. I have faith. This is going to be fun. The plinth is not bad. It's just bad in other contexts. But the payoff, the conversation, allowing it to happen on an uneven way of the discovery of what's going on. It was fun to play a little dumb. Like I wanted to have Oryx not know right away. Oh yeah, the thing Emperor Palpatine. Oh yeah, I worked for him. Oh yeah, wait, okay. And so it was fun knowing what's going on, but trying to think in Oryx's head of his life experiences to put the pieces together. And you guys played along with him being dumb. So I appreciated that. Um, that was neat. I've really, again, loved the task chain. I think that's brilliant. I love all of the work, Alan, you did with the character keeper to help us be able to keep track of the spreadsheets worth of information on the planets and trade and our credits. That was fun. The recovery, learning about recovery, that was super interesting to me as a person who's trying to learn enough Traveler to possibly stumble through. But boy, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's an intimidating game. It's deceptively simple. So lots and lots of stars. Really enjoyed the session. Wish is that this is only a season and there's more.
Well, we'll have a chat in between game, but on the in the Google chat. Stars from me. Bilga, why not take the risk in a game which really punishes bad decision making? Lowell, for being that. No, just a moment. Just let's think this through. Just think this through. I have a con of 3. If this turns nasty, I'm going to be out on my feet before you've turned round twice. So let's just think differently. Stephen, I enjoyed the kind of the urge to outline the last 20 years of the Star Wars timeline to the sleeping Jedi. I appreciated the effort. And I did, Rich. I loved the fact that Orux was thinking, well, what would I do in normal circumstances? I'd poke him. Duh. Who wouldn't? And then taking them out, just study her. And of course, that is what got through that sense of attention. So all that was great. And it gave me a chance to introduce the clock from Grimwild, which I think is should be appear in all games now. So all good for me. My wishes is that we feel that we get to a satisfying place next time. Whether that is the final satisfying place or not, we will talk about. But for now, I just need to know it's okay with you if I post this.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. With that, I will pause the recording